Clarify. This wraps up season 2.
Twos, yes, season 2.
What? Twos?
I'm hungry.
So twos making.
I'm hungry. You
It would
never
have
know
been
what
nice
you're
to
gonna
have
get.
a reverse right there.
It would have. Maybe next season.
Maybe. So, you know what I was thinking about too? So, like I said, yesterday was the anniversary of the event we did, Everybody's Responsibility. And I can count on one hand how many vendors have kept in touch with us or how many vendors we've kept in touch with. I remember reaching out to she was a coach, an etiquette coach.
Are you ready, Rachel?
Yes, I wasn't going to say her name for what I'm
Oh,
about to say.
beep. Hurrah, can you take that out?
No, we
Okay.
lied. But it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I remember reaching out to her a few times, for etiquette coaching and, when we were transitioning over from audio to visual. And
Maybe
never
I'll
heard
just
back
go
from her.
live, 'cause-
Maybe. And never heard back from her.
Oh, thanks, Brian.
Next.
Um,
Yeah. How you feel about that?
Um,
Not just her, but,
right.
We put on a pretty big platform.
yeah. We offered,
All expense paid. All you had to do was show up.
and we offered that at no charge.
Yeah, just show up.
Like,
Expense paid. All you had to do was show up.
I think that how I feel about that. So I'm trying not to be salty Susan,
I don't think it's a matter of being salty, Susan,
bitter
rather
Betty,
than being truthful.
or I don't want to be a part of the whole crab in the barrel.
Syndrome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially for Black History Month. But you're right. I think there's nothing wrong in the truth. And I think that, I don't want to say that's the state of Black business, but I think that that's the state of the Black culture. When I say that, I mean us feeling like we're owed something. And not us, the vendors, or maybe us too. I don't know. But
You're actually wearing one of the Black vendors we showcased.
you did showcase this vendor. I think that's why I only bought one. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like. I mean, I don't do things for a thank you, but if I'm gonna lift you, why not lift me in some type of manner? And you have a better relationship than I do, so maybe we have been promoted on Once Upon a Time, and I don't know about.
Okay.
But from what I see, it's another example of you'll put on for the bigger names, but the ones that were there from you for you when you started, or their name is not as big, doesn't have anything to do with like my value or importance. Does that make sense?
I get what you're saying.
Because I'm talking in circles because all I can think about is Burger King.
What?
I'm so hungry.
So this is what we're going to work on next season.
What?
Prior to getting on air, we're going to eat. And you're going to have a meal. Not candy, not chips.
You're right.
A meal.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Even if we have to go later. I want you to eat and not be on here talking in circles because you're hungry.
I'm starving. But yeah, I ate 3 of them little mini packs of Skittles.
Bless you.
But how does it make you feel? I mean,
about
because
the
not
event
even
last year or just as a whole?
the response. And I mean, not even from just that one vendor. There were a couple of vendor tables that we pretty much gave away.
I think we gave away all the vendor tables.
No.
If you want to be honest. So there were a couple people that paid full price.
But full price was still damn near give up. Yeah. Hurrah. If y'all could see this man crawling in front of the table in front of us, what are you doing? Okay. You gotta give us a warning or something before you start crawling.
Erica said somebody Uber Eats said something to eat. But she felt that. Y'all see, she'll be hungry.
It just made me a happy hour. We can have some boneless wings and a shot of Julio together.
Okay.
Now he is crawling backwards. Hurrah, it's okay. Just get up. It's okay.
He like backing that ass up on the floor.
But how do you feel the response has been from that event?
Honestly, I think both parties could have done a better job. I think maybe we could have done it. I'm not even going to say maybe. We could have done a better job of keeping up with them, but they also could have done a better job of keeping up with us because a lot of those vendors, if not all of them, ate off of us, especially one vendor in particular. I watched this vendor secure contract after. What are you laughing at?
Yeah, this is how I wanted to end the show. Go ahead, friend. That's why she my friend.
You have been eating literally off of us. And there's nothing wrong with that because I do feel like it's going to take somebody to propel these businesses to the next level. I just wish he would have said thank you. That's it.
Well, we've said a couple times on the show that we can't expect us from everybody.
You can't, but a simple thank you with your ill-mannered ass. But that's neither here nor there.
This comedian that his joke is who raised you.
Well, this really is not a joke because I wonder sometimes. Y'all niggas don't know. Please, thank you. You're welcome. Excuse me.
Who is raising y'all out in these streets?
Nobody.
So what does that say about us as a culture? It's Black History Month. Like, what does that mean for us? Just from the relationships that we have tried to build or have built, what does it, how are you feeling about us?
Sometimes you got to go back to the drawing board. You have to unlearn some things to relearn some new things. But overall, I'm pleased with it, honestly. I can say that we really put on for the city. Whether you came or not was up to you. But there was a young lady, I want to say she was from the book store, and she said people aren't committed to what they don't pay for.
Was it her or was it the ones that opened the stores?
The bookstore.
The consignments?
Let me say this. For me, it was a young lady from the bookstore.
Okay.
Her and I were talking, and she was like, are you okay? You just look so flushed. And I was like, yeah, I'm sick. I was sick that day. And she said, I just want you to not feel slighted by anything that you all have done today, whether one person showed up or several. But remember that people are committed to what they pay for. And that's true.
Yeah. It's funny you say that. So 2 things. The lady from the consignment shop that was there, one of the owners that was there, I think she was one of the first people to arrive, actually. And I was kind of embarrassed because, we started a little tardy. We wasn't a lot tardy. Like, we were there. I think, the whole setup time, it was a mix-up with that.
Because we was dealing with another Black business who assured us, no, don't overtalk me.
Okay, Mom.
Who assured us that we would have the space at this time. But the class ran over, and we weren't able to get into the space. Is that what you're talking about? Because if we're going to hold people accountable, we're going to do it from beginning to end. Because we weren't late.
No, we weren't.
Is that what you're talking about?
Put that on the record. I was not late.
And that's huge for you.
It's really big. Like, yeah, that's a goal of mine.
To be on time?
Yes. It's like irritating to me now. Like,
why?
The rushing. I always feel like I'm rushing. I'm tired of rushing.
Okay.
I just want to take my time. I'm getting older. I want to move to my own.
You getting older?
I'm getting older. I can't move as fast as I used to. Like, I just need to take my time.
So what you're saying is you shuffling. That's what you're saying?
If I'm shuffling, you shuffling, nigga. You older than me.
I never said I wasn't. Trust me, on any given day, these bones crack. These knees hurt. Yeah, it's rough out here.
Oh, gosh.
Hey, Shay. But yeah, so what you got for us today?
Excuse me.
Corona.
So,
Go ahead.
So, this is our last show of the season. 27 episodes. All together, yes.
Damn, we done sat behind this mic 27
27 times.
Damn.
Excuse me. We've been going since July 24th.
Look at that. 24 seems to be our number.
Because what's today?
October 24th is when the first show aired. February 24th.
Excuse me.
You all right?
No, I think you done sprayed that shit to me. Damn. Oh, my God. But go ahead. So October 24th was season 1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
February 24th was Everybody's Responsibility. 24 might be our number.
Okay. Well, this will be number 45 altogether.
Okay. Look at you. Come on, math.
I was looking at our stats today.
Oh, okay. You wrote it down on paper?
I did. And, bitch, I left the shit on my desk. I realized that when I was 2 lights away, I was like, fuck. And I'm not going back because somebody going to want to talk. But I was mad. But now I'm starting to memorize them.
Okay.
Okay, so 45 episodes altogether. Well, tonight will be number 45.
Okay.
Thanks, Marcus. Over 2,000 downloads, audio-wise. I'm not sure what the numbers are here, but audio, Apple, and all that. 202 cities, 25 territories.
Okay.
Because it'll be like England, shit like that. So territories. Oh, what do you think our most listened to show was? Downloaded
Probably
Apple.
Easy Conversation because people still ask me about that.
So that was. No.
For me, I would say Easy
Why
Conversation.
that one?
I think that's when people really saw that we could be vulnerable with each other because in season 1 we were really good at calling other people out, but that was a chance for the both of us to face the mirror ourselves.
Okay.
And I remember a certain person reposting it and was like, y'all bitches ain't girlfriends if you can't call your girlfriend out like this.
They just don't know. That kind of goes into my Ask the Dawn. I was telling somebody about the show and she had all these questions about us.
Did you answer them?
No, I told her we'll answer them tonight. She got to listen. She got to watch.
Okay.
I had to get that extra listening.
Okay.
Mine's, I would have to say, would be the first one.
The very first episode?
The very first episode. The quality, the fact that we actually did it is what makes what's a big deal to me. Like, I think sometimes a lot of people get caught up in actually taking that first step. And I think us taking that first step, and nigga, we was trying to, it was a lot behind that first episode, even the intro. And
it was garbage. The content was good. Let me say this.
It was.
The content, and you know what? We were actually talking about Harvey Weinstein back then.
But that was around the judge time, wasn't it?
And we talked about Harvey too.
Okay.
But that people kept coming back week after week after week, and then those text messages started rolling in like, "Damn, y'all ain't got no show this week." We dropped the ball a couple times. I ain't gonna lie. It's been a couple times like, "Look, I ain't got it today. I'm tired." But we had to realize in business that there's no such thing as "I'm tired." When people are expecting something from you, and in order for you to see something through, you got to push through those tired days.
But I think you owe yourself a break sometimes.
You do, and we had them breaks. We had it.
Well, healthy balance is good for the soul.
Okay. I think, shout out to Frankie because he really rode that first season out with us.
He was patient.
Especially the first show.
Even the intro when we had to have Mo keep redoing it.
From the FaceTime.
Yes.
Yeah.
But us
in the closet.
Yes. Yes. Us playing with buttons trying to figure out how to post it. Like, that was just a wild time.
It was. Just trying to figure out how to get on the same page. Engineering. Learning what to say, what not to say. I think those people don't really realize how we sacrifice those Friday nights. I remember one Friday night, it was like cold. It was snowing outside. And we were like, yeah, we're going to record. And I think we went through a bottle of Julio, some wine, and didn't record shit.
I think we did that like 2 or 3 times.
And it was like, yeah, we can record. And nothing came of it. It was a lot of trial and error in season 1.
Some in season 2 too.
You know what? And special thanks to Donnell too, because I knew we got on his nerves.
Donnell was the best.
I'm gonna go on record and say we did not realize how much we would appreciate Donnell until we lost him.
Yeah. What they say, a good thing when it's gone?
He gone. And it kind of makes me sad though, because he had definitely gotten used to us. We had gotten used to him. Saturday mornings where we would be dragging ass in here when we would pre-record it. It got to the point where Darnell knew where to put the sound bites, what needed to be edited, what didn't need to be edited. We really miss and appreciate his patience.
We do.
So, Darnell, if you're watching, come back.
And he was always so nice about it, but I know in his head he was like, these
No, probably was some bitches.
Yeah, we was. I was trying to be nice, but yeah, that was cool. Well, in season 2, our most downloaded episode was the one we was talking about edibles with a taste of
I'm sure.
a taste of heaven.
I'm sure.
That was our most downloaded one on Apple and all that, which I thought was funny.
Real funny.
But niggas was into that one, so that was good.
I think because they saw another side of us, it's like, oh, they really do what they say they do. Mm-hmm. Or they have done. Mm-hmm. They've indulged. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You have a good time.
Yeah. All right, friends. So go ahead and take us into the show. Wait a minute. You ain't talk about your weekly recap. How was your week?
I've been working.
About adulting?
Like, but do adults work every day? Like
Saturday?
Mm-hmm. This is too much. Like, it's just for the bird. And I was on time to work Saturday.
What?
Yeah.
How you pull that off? You managed to get to work on time on the weekend? But
I was.
Well, I ain't gonna put your business out there, but all right.
They know. Listen.
Do you have to punch the clock?
No.
Okay.
No. The last time I had to do that was in 2007, and I quit.
So I feel like you look for jobs that require you or don't require you to punch in and punch out.
No. Yeah, like if that is a qualification, that's not for me. Like, that's not for me.
Excuse me.
I wouldn't make it past day 3.
So why do you feel like you don't have to be on time?
It's not that I don't feel like it. It's just time is just really not on my side. Ever.
Really?
Ever.
Why not?
I don't know. It's like when I get busy or when I have a lot to do, it's just like it just never goes right.
So do you feel like you overbook yourself?
I don't know if it's that or if I'm overthinking.
Could be a little bit of both.
Could be, but that's not my thing, being on time. But I'm trying. I'm gonna try.
That's not my thing, being on time.
I'm gonna try. I'm definitely
Somebody should put that on a shirt.
I've been on time here.
Yeah.
I ain't never been late. I think last week was the first time I was cutting it close. But I walked in here like 7:27.
Yeah, I was going to have RG feeling until you got here.
I saw that.
You got to roll with the punches. Okay. What you got for me tonight?
So what obligations do you think you have as a podcaster? I want to talk about your experience podcasting.
What about it?
You just ignored the whole question I asked you.
No, I mean, what exactly do you want to ask me about podcasting? Like, what did I know about it? What made me want to do podcasting? Like, where we going with this?
Rod, did you hear me ask a question? Mm-hmm. Okay, so she wasn't
You
listening.
taking advice from the man crawling on the floor? Because I know that's not who vouching for you right there. Then I was backing his ass up on the floor. I know that's not who's vouching for you right now.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so what was the question? I'm sorry.
So we talking about your experience as a podcaster. Mm-hmm. You know, you've been a successful podcaster for 2 years now.
Okay.
So what obligations do you think you have as a podcaster?
To report the truth and my truth, and to report the world the way I see it, but also understanding other people's perspectives. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Okay. So do you think you've achieved that? Like, you think you do that on a daily basis?
Yeah, for the most part.
Is it easy?
It's gotten easier. It's gotten easier.
What, over time? Like experience or what?
Just learning myself, being more comfortable behind the mic. You know, I have this thing with my voice. Like, people have always challenged my voice. Like, is that really you? Mm-hmm. It's me. This is my voice. This is how I sound.
So they just think you here moving your mouth?
Man, I don't know. Even on season 1, though, people would say, yo, why you sound so low? Or, is that really you talking? Mm-hmm. Well, who the fuck else is it? Because I'm not a whatever the person is with the puppet, that's not my word.
Hold on, I know what that is.
Ventriloquist? I ain't even gonna play with myself like that. That's not my word.
I'm taking off. Lord, see if Donnell was here, he would know the reverse.
But he not. So see?
Ventriloquist.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Oh, yeah, ventriloquist. I was going to say puppeteer.
That too. I think I would have been better at saying that, but that V word is not it. It's not my word. Yeah.
So, as a black woman, does the obligation change?
I think I'm held to a little bit of a higher standard.
By who?
By my audience or by the audience. Because, we've had people say, damn, I didn't know you would say something like that. And that gesture, like, people were really in an uproar with that gesture that I made that time. And I'm like, grow up. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say we've all done it, but...
We all should be doing it.
Well, we should be, but we're not. Mm-hmm. So, people were kind of taken aback by that. And then in season 1, I said with dating comes the D. Mm-hmm. But I said the actual word. Mm-hmm. And, the older people in the audience were like, oh, you can't say that. Like, well, you're not dating without some. So maybe you need to turn the show off.
So maybe people not ready for your truth.
That's fine. And I've had a couple people like that, and I don't apologize for offending them. Mm-hmm. Don't listen. From 7:30 to 8:30 on Tuesday, just don't listen. Don't scroll past my page. Don't send me no inbox. No, don't do none of that. Just don't look.
Okay.
What about you?
What do I feel is an obligation? Mm-hmm. I feel it's an obligation to be vulnerable to the audience. Mm-hmm. Do I think I have fulfilled that? So I could be vulnerable right now and tell you how I really feel. I don't think so.
Why not?
Because I think a lot of times before I get on this microphone, I have to mentally prep myself for the possible scrutiny or all the judgment that comes with putting yourself out there. So I try to stay guarded. But I think sometimes I get comfortable too, just, because it's not girl talk, but it's just like us kicking this shit for real. Mm-hmm. So sometimes I can get comfortable and be honest, but I definitely think I can be a little bit more vulnerable. Like, I think sometimes when I get on this mic, I do feel like I have to have a mask on.
Is that because you aren't ready for the world to see you as an individual, or because of other brands that you have, so you want to make sure that you keep everything in line? If you pull that hat down any further, nigga, they not gonna see you.
Well, that's a good thing.
There you go, not being vulnerable. You can't see your eyes?
You don't never look at the camera.
Because I'm looking at you.
But the people want to see you.
They can see me.
I think
get this side profile.
Oh, look at that zoom in. Okay.
You see it. And with my chin slimming down. Get into it. Go ahead.
Come on with that summer 2020 body.
Hey, they going to be in trouble. Go ahead. I'm lying. Go ahead.
No, you're not.
No, I am, though.
I think it's just the fear of the judgment.
But can a person really judge you if you are the one telling your truth?
Yes.
Why? Why would it matter if that's your truth?
It doesn't matter, but they can still do it.
So if it doesn't matter, then we can rip that mask off. You heard that sound effect? Uh-huh. That was good.
I'm gonna get all this when I go home.
Okay. Next question.
So how?
Because he playing behind the keyboard.
What do you see for your future as a podcaster? Like, do you want to keep doing this? And why? Why do you want?
I wouldn't mind it. You know, we've had a couple offers. I think we're at a place now where people are starting to really seek us out rather than us going to them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
To keep going,
I think I probably would be best suited like late night TV.
Mm-hmm. On like Revolt, or can you be Channel 7? Jimmy Kimmel.
I can be Carmen Nicole, Channel 7. I ain't got to be Jimmy Kimmel.
You ain't got to be Jimmy Kimmel, but I mean, are you primetime or are you...
I'm primetime, baby.
Or are you like the cable channels?
No, I'm primetime. I can be primetime and cable.
So you think you can get on this show and keep it clean all the way 100?
Yeah.
And the people still get the same quality?
Mm-hmm. You know, somebody called me Monique. They was like, you like a modern day Monique.
Oh, Monique My Brothers and Sisters?
I Love Us For Real.
Yes, her. Mm-hmm. Why her?
Why not her? I mean, so this is the thing. People
just
give
tell
Monique...
me about... I think of her... When I think of her, I think of the comedian. I'm sorry.
So people give Monique a lot of flack for, you know, telling her truth the way she feels like she wants to tell it. Mm-hmm. And Monique blew the whistle a long time ago on Oprah, Gail, and Steve, and Netflix, right? She told us what it was. Oh, you just bitter, you mad, you angry. Now look at us. Everybody want to get back on Monique.
You think so?
Yes. Okay. Yes. You know, because people not messing with Oprah and Gail right now. People ain't messing with Steve Harvey because Steve Harvey said he going to get up there and coon. He said it out his mouth.
He said that?
You sent me the clip and you was so disgusted. He going to get up there and act like a monkey and He said it. He cool. Steve Harvey cool with that. Steve Harvey cool with being a coon. He said it. And Monique called him out on it. And he went ahead.
I just never thought she was funny, so I never paid her any attention.
She has an acquired taste.
I thought she was too loud on her night show. I don't know, like the whole fat thing was real. Like you talked about skinny people and then you turned around and tried to be one.
I don't know if she's trying to be skinny or if it's just a healthier version of her, because she still has some size on her. Don't get it twisted. When she raised them arms, they flat. Don't play. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Because mine do too.
Listen, I got wings, and I'm good on that. I'm okay with that. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting that this particular individual compared me to Monique.
Okay.
Have you ever been compared to anybody?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think I can be. I think I
Hey, G-Say.
No, I don't remember anybody saying anything.
Okay. All right, what you got for me next?
What have you learned about working with people?
Ooh.
Because, you know, like season 1, who do we have? Frankie.
And Google Docs.
That's
it.
We didn't even have that.
And towards the end, we did.
We did? Okay.
But before then, we had pen and paper.
Yeah.
Text messaging. Instagram DMs when I had a thought.
Oh, my God. That seemed like so long ago.
It does. But it's not.
It was 2018.
It's not that long ago.
I was for real in my early 30s then.
What?
I was like 32.
It's only 2020.
But I was like 32. I was closer to 30 than 40.
No, because I turned 34 when we were podcasting, so you lying.
No,
I did.
2018.
I went to the DR in 2018 and I turned 34.
You went before we recorded? Okay, yeah. I think that's why we...
See them numbers. That's that math. So what 30s were you in?
You sure in 2018 I went 32?
How old are you in 2020?
I just turned 35. And then... All right, keep going. I gotta...
Oh, you don't want to answer that?
I thought I was 32.
No.
But, okay, so back then we only had Frankie as a guest.
No, we had Frankie. We had the brothers, Sid and
Pops. The
Pop.
brothers.
Yeah, the brothers, whatever they call. Your brother, shit.
Yeah, but they not the brothers.
Whatever their name is.
That's when they ain't drunk all our readers.
Yes, and had the nerve to be like, "That's it." Absolutely. We had Mo, Keisha.
Oh, okay, yeah, Chris. We did
Chris.
do that show. Okay, okay. but this time we had people that outside of who we knew.
Who we were comfortable with.
Yeah, who we were comfortable with. Because we knew them, but you're right. So what did you learn about yourself through that experience?
Through what?
Working with different types of people.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, even now, like, we're in a studio, so you got to deal with the producers and that whole business. Like, it's not just.
It's not. You know what I really have to be mindful of? On Tuesdays, I try to keep my stress level way down because I know that my day is long, and I know that when I sit behind this mic, I have to block out any and everything that I have going on in my mind, which is a million different things at once sometimes, and it can sometimes be hard to just focus on this 1 hour. But what I've learned working with people that your opinion is your opinion, their opinion is their opinion, and somewhere in the middle we meet.
Okay. So you learned how to compromise.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that I have learned how important boundaries are. I think that from the different guests we've had, and why you do that?
Because I got a question.
Okay. So from the different guests we had and the different experiences and the way I was left feeling a lot of times, I learned that I don't know if I was selling my short. Selling myself short, or I wasn't demanding enough respect. I don't know.
Now, when you say selling yourself short, because this is not the first time that this has been mentioned on the show, what exactly does that mean? Is that you feeling like you're selling yourself short? Has someone told you you're selling yourself short by sitting behind this mic? And if so, why?
Well, I think I've had that in two different manners. I think I've heard more so of I should be careful of how I present myself on this show for different things that I have to do. But then I also think that from the people that we have shared this platform with, I feel like the way I feel like I was treated, it was like, what gave you that right, or what made you think that that was okay for me?
So, and let me just make sure I'm saying this right. The selling of yourself short is not necessarily because you might be limited yourself to this platform, but because people have not always respected you when they've sat behind the mic.
Yes.
Okay.
Or giving me the same treatment that they would somebody else.
And what treatment is that?
I don't know, favorable, respectable, as like respecting me as an entrepreneur or as a
What if
brand.
they don't see you that way?
Then why
Because a
are
lot of people see this as like, oh, they just up there talking shit.
Well, then why you want to come?
Ask them, why y'all want to come? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, like it doesn't make sense to me. You know, I feel like in some type of way you have to respect me or respect the brand enough to come sit back here.
Okay.
But I've seen you push other brands or other people way harder than you've pushed you being here. Not even if it's just me, but you being here. So.
Okay. What you got for me? What's next?
So it's funny you said one of our last guests were Cedric and Pops, because at that show, or on that show, we discussed Jussie Smollett. And I think Cedric kept calling him Jesse Smollett during the show. But
you said his name twice. He kept calling him Jesse or something like that.
That sound like him too. But so he back in court. He had to go Monday, because today Tuesday. So Monday for 6 new charges for. Now this is for faking a hate crime, whereas I think last year was 14 counts of disorderly conduct. No, serious. That's what I read. So are you giving him a pass?
No, just go ahead. If you're gonna prosecute him and be done with it. Like now, you all are really just overexerting your resources at this point. He lied. Lock him up. If you feel like it's that serious, lock him up. He lied.
So you over it?
I was over it when he did it the first time.
Do you think that he should lock him up?
I think that he should be held accountable. Yeah.
Like pay? Like to me, I'm just like, this is all about money. So just make the man pay. But do you think he should pay with money or go to jail? Like pay with his life and his reputation?
Well, who is justice for Juicy? G say. I think you trying to say justice for Jesse. This is why you don't read the comments. Why you on it? And you know what? I agree. I think that the Chicago Police Department is embarrassed, and I think they're going to make an example out of him.
But it's old news. Why bring it up again now?
Hey, sometimes you got to circle back around. They're going to make an example out of him.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
All right, what's up next?
So I was telling somebody that I work with about our show. Well, actually, she caught me watching it on my computer, and she was like, "What's that? You got a show?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got a podcast." And she was like, "Oh, let me see. Send it to me." Mm-hmm. So I guess she watched a couple of shows because she came back and she was like, "Y'all seem to be really good friends."
Why are you squinting like that? You can't see?
I can't see, and I'm trying to read it in her voice.
If you lift that brim, shit. But go ahead.
You are such a dickhead, dog. Okay.
Why would you say that?
So y'all seem to be really good friends. How was it mixing business with your friendship? Hey.
You first.
Well, it's like a 10-part question. She asked me a whole bunch of them. And I was like, well, I'll put them as the Ask the Dawn, and we'll answer them tonight on air for you. So how do I feel? Mm-hmm. I was nervous about it. I think I told you before we even started, I was nervous about it, but I'd rather be on this ride with somebody that I call a friend than a stranger.
Do you think it would be easier to do this ride with a stranger? You gonna have to back up with that contact you just came in here with. You ain't high?
Oh, I don't know. Can you back up something so she get, huh?
Mm-hmm. I need my breath for the remaining few minutes we got. Thank you.
So, sorry, y'all. How was it mixing friendship with business for you?
It was interesting. I learned. So this is what you learn about your friend when you do business with them. Mm-hmm. You learn that you two don't operate the same. Mm-hmm. You learn that whereas one might work best when the pressure is on, one might need an outline, or one might need, I need this, and that. It's mm-hmm. like, all right, I'm gonna do it. Mm-hmm. And you have to have a mutual level of respect. And I think I said this before. Mm-hmm. Even when you don't feel like being respectable, you have to be. Mm-hmm. You have to be mindful that before we sit behind these mics, we consider each other friends. And if I wouldn't want you to be disrespectful, if I wouldn't want to be disrespectful to you in the friendship, mm-hmm. those behaviors shouldn't be displayed in the businessship either. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I agree. All right, she said, how did you handle disagreements?
I left. Simple as that, I left. It's been plenty of nights I done left.
It was just like one.
No, it was a couple I left. And, then we have those couple days where we don't talk. And, one of us will see something on Instagram. I saw a meme like that. It was like black people don't apologize. They just start talking to each other again. Like ain't shit happen.
We do end up apologizing. We talk about a lot.
We do, but
maybe
sometimes
not at the moment.
Sometimes it's just like, you over it, you hungry. That's that. And we know we always hungry.
But you can't see my neck the way you can see yours.
Elongated. He zoomed in. He did. That's okay. I told you I'm at a chin and a half, so I'm good, baby.
That's good. Hey, mm-hmm. I don't need one.
You don't need a chin?
No.
What?
I don't need one.
It's a prop. You do need a chin. Trust me, it comes in handy. There are a lot of
people that don't have chins. Like, this just kind of runs together. Mm-hmm. Huh?
That's called a giblet. Not a chin at that point. But go ahead.
3. I ain't never seen 3. So I think we handle disagreements differently, which is kind of weird because we're in the same relationship.
What?
But, it's us too. It's us too. But I think when we had disagreements, we talked about them. I think that you would leave. We wouldn't talk to each other for 3 or 4 days. And then when we did, we talked about it.
So sometimes it would be best for me to leave because once you say something, there's no taking it back. And sometimes I'm sorry doesn't even change what was said. And this is just what I've had to learn in just my life as a whole. Sometimes I got to bite my tongue. Because if I don't want to be on the receiving end of that, I definitely don't want to be on the giving end.
I agree. Okay. So she said, would you call it quits to the show if it was profitable but toxic to your friendship?
What?
So say we were making Jimmy Kimmel money, right? We were making real late night money. And our friendship somehow started to become more toxic than it was good. But we making good money. Would you quit the show?
Would I throw the towel in? I feel like before we got to that certain level of toxicity, we would have had a conversation.
But say things never changed.
Then at that point, it's time for us to reevaluate what we're doing as individuals.
Okay.
Only because...
That's a good way to say you would quit.
No.
No?
You can go back to the drawing board. What if you don't know you're being disrespectful? What if I don't know I'm being disrespectful? But because there have been times where, we've had conversations and I've said something to you or you said something to me and I'm like, oh, I didn't think it was that serious. And you like, well, it was. And I say, well, yeah, well, you ain't think it was that serious, but I thought it was. We're nowhere near Jimmy Kimmel money now. So is it wrong to go back to the drawing board and be like, you know what? These are non-negotiables that we cannot say on air. So what's wrong with that? That's going back to the drawing board.
Okay. I ain't see it that way. Once you broke it down, that makes sense. Okay. And she said, what advice would you give friends?
She had a lot to say. God damn.
She did. I think she watched like 8 episodes.
So we know y'all ain't doing no work. That's 8 hours. That's 8 hours.
I don't know if she did that at work. Because
that's a good comeback.
I sent her the link.
How many hours a day y'all work? 8?
Yes.
And she watched 8 hours?
She might have been at home.
We gonna go with that.
What advice would you give friends that want to go into business together?
You better know yourself before you try to know your friend. Know what you can and can't deal with. Know your boundaries. And understand that with business comes compromise.
But that's important in a friendship too.
Yeah, but we talking about business.
Okay. All right.
You's a funny somebody. When you start watching?
So anyway, what you
me.
watching on TV?
Nothing. I tried to watch Love and Hip Hop, and no, I can't watch it.
Which city?
I can't watch either one. I can't. I can't. I try, and I definitely can't watch Florida like that. That verbiage and how they talk to each other, and they throwing people's purses in the water, and they snatching wigs off, and Trick Daddy having lupus crisis, and that is just a horrible representation of us. I can't watch that. And I tried. I even tried watching it with the sound off to see, like, maybe it's not that bad if I just watch their body language. It's worse.
I never tried that.
It's worse.
So, you see Atlanta about to come on.
I do.
You gonna watch it?
I can't.
Okay. I watched it.
What? The preview?
No. What came on last night? New York and Miami.
Okay.
So yesterday I was like, I'm gonna try my best to see this from a different point of view.
What's the point?
So, New York, no, Miami. It's this rapper with like 6 little braids like this, and he wear glasses.
Okay.
I think his name is Fresh or something. Okay, so don't get me wrong. So then I was like, okay, Fresh just got out of jail, and the first thing he says he wants to do is
what you say he just got out of?
Okay, but hold on.
Everybody come from jail?
But listen, I looked at it in a different perspective. So he came out of jail, but the first thing he wanted to do is be with his family. He wanted to be with his kids, right? So when, what was the cute one from Atlanta name that went to jail?
Scrap.
When he went to jail, all he kept talking about was his son, whatever. I think Stevie J didn't want to go to jail because his family. So everybody, so I was like, well, maybe, just maybe, she's showing it from a real man's perspective. Like, a lot of black men have some type of record, but there are also a lot of good black men out here that want their families too. So she's kind of giving us both point of views.
No.
No. Just a little bit of hope.
Why does every black man have to go to jail on the show? I mean, shit, at one point even Remy was in jail or transitioning from jail.
Okay, but then you got Papoose didn't go.
He didn't, but he did that bid with her. Like, why do we have to be the ones that are in jail? Why?
So then, if you pay attention to Miami too, Amara La Negra, the one with the big bush. So the last 2 episodes have been about her doing this show, and her dad comes back in her life, and he hasn't been in her life forever, right? And so the whole show, her mother is like bashing her father, like, don't go back to him, just bashing him. And we've talked about both sides of that. Like, you got the bitter baby mothers, but this father is only now coming back maybe not, only coming back because she got a little bit of money.
Okay.
So that's kind of real life.
You ain't nothing else positive to say? Or to show, Mona?
I'm trying.
You reaching.
Okay, so it was something else. I was like, okay, this could be good. I think that's it.
Well, the part that I saw of Amara,
okay,
she said that her father is battling cancer.
Yes.
And she wants to be able to financially provide for him, which is admirable. I commend it. You know, I think that the roles reverse. Matter of fact, I'm not going to say I think. I know that the roles reverse once children become adults. You know, you're once an adult, twice a child. And watching your parents get older, watching their health deteriorate sometimes, it can be hard. So if she feels like she's in a place financially to aid him, I commend her for that and that only. But I don't know for me if I would want that part of my life on TV. Like, I don't want that to be my storyline. Like, there are certain things that I'm very vocal about, and then there are other things I'm like tight-lipped. Family is one of them. I don't believe in, getting on the internet, shaming your family. I don't believe in airing out your dirty laundry in, very public settings, because once you say it or once you do it, that's it. Like, I don't know if I ever got to the point. For me, that's it. Like, I just feel like there has to be some level of privacy. For me, those who know me know I have a disabled sibling. Let's say, this shit, like, take off. I never want him to be in a place where I've compromised his integrity because I've put him in front of the camera. Certain things I believe don't belong in front of the camera. They don't belong on the internet. They don't belong on TV.
But do you think it helps people sometimes heal from their own things? Like, somebody that's watching that.
Maybe not, because you got to look at how the storyline is being spun.
Okay.
Like, what's her name? Amar? If you look at her, like, her storyline has been, I got to make it out the hood. I got to do this for my mom. I got to do this for my dad. What were they doing for themselves before you? And I get that you take care of your parents, so that's not what I'm saying. But it's like she only wants to make it big on the premise of, I have to take care of my mom and now I have to take care of my dad. Mona, what's your storyline here?
It's a couple of girls on there like that.
Naming all of them. Like, one young lady, I think it's unfortunate that they discussed her sister committing suicide.
Yes,
and
that's
she's taking care of her now nieces and nephews, and she's the guardian for them.
Her sister is, but she
that's what I'm saying.
No. So the girl that's on the show, that's like the main character, one of her sisters committed suicide, and her kids are with another sister.
Okay.
But the girl that's like the highlight on Miami, she does feel like she has to make it to take care of.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she feels there's a level of obligation. I don't know if I want that to be my storyline. Like, what positive has Mona brought to the Love and Hip Hop franchise?
I mean, I feel you, but I think yesterday I was just like, I can't see or I can't understand why somebody would want to sell us out the way that show does. So let me try to look at it like there's some type of reality in this.
Yeah, one we want to get away from.
That yes and no, because okay, so like if you look from the outside or what's reported, a lot of black men aren't good fathers, right?
But there are a lot of trash mothers too.
Exactly.
And people don't talk about that.
And I think that on this show, it kind of highlights some of that. Like, yes, these fathers are committing crimes or, you know, getting locked up or whatever, but they do really care about their family. And these baby mothers out here is garbage. Like, you get to really see a different side of it. I just think it's a harsh reality sometimes for us to look at. And maybe that's why we don't like it as much. Maybe.
I've outgrown the whole shaming of the race. Mm-hmm. Like I'm good on that moment. Like you gonna tell me out of all of these influential people you come across, you don't have nobody positive that you could put on there? Nobody.
So I get that you are you're over shaming the race, but I was reading this article today and it was talking about one of these black activists that's from DC, and they were saying that a lot of black people make money off of their own demise. Like, we're only, okay, how can I say this? So they were saying, like, we really are the culprit of the reason why Love and Hip Hop is on TV.
Well, I said that a couple weeks ago.
Okay. So you think we are part of our own demise?
We are. We watch that. We increased it. We increased that viewership.
Not the show, but just the demise of the race or the state of the race.
Mm-hmm. It's easy. It's easier for me to pull you down and demean you. That's what's selling. You know, I'm gonna come back every week to see who fighting, who got their wig snatched off, whose breast is exposed because y'all fighting in the club. You know, or y'all at all these industry events and ain't put out nothing. Mm-hmm. Nothing. Yeah. Y'all are some of the most working in the studio artists I've ever seen. And it's like, after this franchise go off, we not going to know who you are. Can't even search you on Apple Music.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's funny you say that because when they talk about Remy Ma's case and they keep talking about the girl she supposedly had that assault against, I do not know who she is.
She was on there for like one season.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all selling y'all soul for, and niggas not even gonna remember who you are. No, really. I said, that's crazy. All right, so anyway, we are about to close season 2.
We are.
What you got for the people? What are your last and final thoughts?
Don't say last and final.
Well, yeah.
I ain't checking out no time.
What are how you closing season 2?
Remember that the things you say and the things you do, there's always somebody who knows you. Let's be mindful about the things we put on the internet. Let's be mindful about the things we say. Let's be mindful in the way we move in friendships, relationships. You know, just be mindful. Be mindful. Everything circles back around. And whatever is meant for you, you'll see it. You'll see it, you'll feel it, all the above.
I feel like we should light incense in here and start snapping and listen to Erykah Badu. That was like a whole jazz moment. No, seriously.
What?
Seriously. And that reminded me of, I was looking through notes from a season before, and it had said, one of the questions was, do you know someone's real identity before they know it?
Yes. Yes, you do.
You was into that.
Yes.
I'm going to have to say that for after hours.
Yeah, I'm going to have to touch on that real quick before we close out. So, you know people sometimes before they know themselves. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's a hard pill to swallow when you're watching them maneuver through life lying to themselves. Mm-hmm. And it's like you lying to yourself to be validated and congratulated by people that don't even fuck with you. Mm-hmm. And it's like, why are you doing this? Because you don't know yourself. I was having a conversation with somebody, and I was just telling him, like, I don't understand why, you know, these things aren't working with this person and, you know, why they just can't be this way. And in short, the person was like, because they're jealous of you. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, why? Mm-hmm. And it wasn't because of anything that I have. Mm-hmm. It's because of that I've been able to embrace my flaws. You can't shame me for nothing. Mm-hmm. So I see where these individuals have, you know, forged these new relationships and these new friendships. And it's like, you don't even like them. But then again, you don't like yourself either. So y'all go be some likeless asses together. Yeah. Yeah, you do. I think you know a person sometimes before they know themselves. I think what's more important is how you deal with them.
That's good. That was real good.
All right. Come on, Toya's thoughts.
What can they expect in season 3?
Me. Maybe I might have a little hair. Might be a little slimmer. That's about it.
All right.
You?
Me what?
What's your thoughts? We got 2 minutes, baby. Rock out.
Thanks, Toya.
You say no, we don't. Oh, don't worry about time. Boy. That's because we said this the last show. Come on, Toya's thoughts.
No, because I'm hungry, so we got 2 minutes. My thoughts to in season 2. Oh, that's hard.
It's not.
It is. I think I've grown a lot in season 2. I ain't got nothing.
Don't say that.
In
season 3, I want to throw that phrase away. I got nothing. You got something to contribute.
I'm here.
As what?
I'm here. That's it. I'm here as me. Be here with you. Stay true to you. Set boundaries. I don't really have nothing.
Set boundaries.
Yeah, I want some Burger King.
Y'all.
We out. Oh, are we? Or you want to keep going?
No. Somebody send the DHONS. We don't have a cash app, but somebody send us a message so we can get her some Burger King.
Oh, boy. We'll see y'all later.
Yeah.
Wave to the people. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, that's so cute. All right, we out.